More free stuff to take a look at and see whether it's repairable or not. Let's take a look at what I've got coming up next. A couple weeks ago, I picked up some stuff that was just being tossed out, and in that box of stuff that was being tossed out was a Sony blaster. This one's a, does not say, oh here it goes, CFD 8/2. So is it a CFD 8 or is it a CFD 2? Or is it both? Let's plug it in and see what it does. Okay, so let's see if it'll play the radio first of all. Okay, the controls are dirty. What's going on with that? Why is there so much noise there? Is my transmitter noisy? Let's see if my transmitter is noisy. My transmitter appears to have gotten noisy. I guess I'll have to reboot it. One moment. Interesting. Listen to this. It's gone away. It's a light. Ah, it's interesting. One of my lights. I'll turn the light back on. Noise is back. That is most unusual. Turn the light out. That is odd. That's on FM. I mean, I've never heard of that before. Turn the light back on. That is most annoying. And now it goes away. Now what's weird about that is it's not just the light, because I have two of these same lights. They're 85 watt power compact. And I swapped the two bulbs around. So the bulb that was initially making the noise is on, but in a different fixture. I took the one from the fixture that's on now, that wasn't making a noise, I put it in the fixture behind me, and when I turn it on I get the same noise. So it's not the bulb itself, it's interfering somehow with the signal. Anyway, got that tracked down. Let's see what else this does or doesn't do. We know the radio works. Let's try the cassette and the CD player. So let's try the CD player first and see if it plays. Is the CD going to play at all? Let's see here. It looks like it plays. Well, it's not playing right. Now we're having some serious read problems on this. Okay, so we know that the CD player has a problem. Let's check out the cassette and see whether the cassette deck will play. For all I know, it might eat my tapes. It's pretty dirty in there. Let's just give it a shake. Shake the garbage out of it. Okay. At least this one's got heads that drop down from the top, so they will not be covered in crud. Tape. Is the tape player going to work? Let's get my flashlight in here so I can see whether the tape reels are even going to turn. We'll try fast forward first and see whether it fast forwards. Well, not really. How about rewind? Not really either. It kind of moved for a second and then stopped. I have a feeling that the belt probably just disintegrated. So, oops. So let's open this piece of crap and see whether the patient can be saved. Screws are all marked with arrows we need to remove, and then the front will pull off. So let's take a quick look at the tape deck and see what shape it's in. 4 screws to hold the tape deck in, again marked with arrows. And of course the CD player's got a problem on here as well, but we'll take it one step at a time and see whether this thing can be made to work. Otherwise it's going to become a parts donor. Oh, it looks like it's going to become a parts donor already. There's a hub missing for the take-up side or supply side. It looks like the tape deck part is going to be unrepairable because there's parts missing. But I might be able to steal the laser and motor assembly out of this for other CD players if they work. So there's the tape deck pops out, and it will just unplug. It's got to have the cheapest cassette deck mechanism I've ever seen. But it will have a motor that is probably a good one to have. I don't know whether it's a 12 volt motor or a 6 volt. Can't tell at this point. The belt is shot. There is no belt. Both the belts are shot. This one's turned to mush, you can see. The other belt is non-existent. So this is going to be unplug that. The mechanism itself is, say, missing the hub, so that part is gone. It needs belts, so we won't be fixing this. What I'm going to do on this thing is I'm going to just tear it down and take the optical pickup out of it. See which optical pickup it uses, and maybe it's going to be usable in something else. And then the rest of this can go. I'll keep the motor, I'll keep the optical pickup in the spindle motor and keep the motor off the tape deck. I think that's probably the best use of this, and then just scrap the rest of it. As I say, I got it for free, so no point in doing anything or trying to do anything for something like this other than salvaging some parts out of it, which there are components that I could certainly grab. Okay, I got a regulator IC in here I can grab, and as I say, the optical parts from the CD player. I have a Sony CD clock radio that I think the optical pickup is shot on it, so it might use the same mechanism as this. Whether the pickup is shot on this or whether it's a spindle motor, whether it's just dirt. The board will unplug and come out of here. So there's the main board. It has a, oh, this is just a transistor. I thought it was like a 5-volt regulator, but it's just a transistor. They're using Zener diodes to set the regulation. It is a regulator, but they're using diodes and a transistor. But that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the optical pickup and the CD player. So to get the CD out of this, I don't know if there's more screws to come out. I lift the CD player. I think it just slides out. There's a catch on the back here. And that should lift the deck out. So that should push the entire CD player forward. Brute force, and it comes out quite easily, but the big prize for me is the motors. The motors and the pickup are what I'm looking for. And then the rest of this is going in the scrap bin. It's a KSS 213, which is not the most common one, so that's a good one to have actually, if it's any good. See, it could have been skipping due to debris in the gears jamming it up. That was a common problem, especially when something's as filthy as this is, and this is really, really dirty. They tried to protect it by putting a cover over the gears to try to keep dirt out, because that was a big problem, was dirt getting into the gears themselves. Is this gear cracked? Another common fault was the little spindle motor here would crack the gear. Another common problem was the sled motor. The gear would get a crack in it. It would cause it to stick. That laser's really sticking. Like, it's really quite stiff. That's probably why it's skipping. Could be a bad laser itself, but this is like I'm pushing on this thing and it's not moving. That's likely where the skipping's from. Okay. Anyway, I've got the motor here. I've got the gears. Little cover that goes over them. I've got this transport, so that's good. We'll hang on to this and see what else it can be used in. Okay, I think I'm going to end this now. This is, oh, we'll get the motor. We'll pull the motor out of here. And then I'll scrap the rest of the stuff, because this unit is not worth anything other than parts. It's always good if you can get motors and stuff out of this old stuff. Then you're further ahead. turned to mush. I'll keep the transformer. It's a linear power supply, so you never know when you need a small transformer for something. So I'll keep the transformer. Just take this whole power board out. And then the rest of the stuff, off to recycling it goes. There we go. Made in Indonesia. So it took 6 batteries. 9 volts is the operating voltage on this one. So that's probably a 9-volt motor. That's okay, because that can still be used on a 12-volt tank. I just have to put a resistor just to drop down the voltage a bit. Okay, I guess I'll just throw the rest of this crap in here and throw the face on it. And gonna need that to put the screws in. Just kind of shove it together and throw it away. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.